What's up? What's up, everybody? Ryan and Shawn here for another week 4 recap. This time we've got first, second, third rounders plus Rams versus You're on Mahomes' kid. That's Johnson versus Michelle. For Johnson's team here this week, he started Trevor Lawrence, AJ Brown. He's got Tyler Lockett playing in the game right now. He also started Bijan Robinson, Travis Etienne, Dalton Kincaid, Chris Godwin, and DeAndre Hopkins. So what did you see from Johnson's team this week, Shawn? What did you like?
Let's see. Three big ones actually. We'll go with the biggest one first. AJ Brown here. Actually shot Johnson a text, never got back to me. I was actually trying to see if he'd be willing to trade AJ Brown. So huge game here. 9 receptions, 175, 2 touchdowns. He finally gets that I guess you could say squeaky wheel game. I know we were talking about Devontae Smith towards the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
Even a lot of analysts saying that AJ Brown might end up taking a backseat to Devontae Smith. But just like San Fran, it's going to be a 1A, 1B. They're going to go back and forth, taking turns who's the top dog on any given week. Look at Brian Robinson here. He has 17 points.
Bijan
He's
Robinson.
been pretty solid. Bijan Robinson, my bad. He's been really solid. So it's CBS guys, I believe, was it CBS or I think it was the footballers were saying Atlanta's not going to score a lot of touchdowns, but Bijan Robinson's still going to get his either through the receiving or the rushing yards. So
Yeah.
Getting a touchdown is just a bonus at this point. But Arthur Smith is going to run, so he's going to get his. And then Chris Godwin here is a huge benefactor with Mike Evans going down with his annual hamstring. It seems like it was either that or he really didn't want to go up against Marshawn Lattimore, but he checked himself out of that game. So if he's going to miss any time, Chris Godwin's going to be the biggest benefactor here for the bump in usage.
Yeah. No, I agree. Actually, when I was going over my recaps earlier, for the Chris Godwin start, I was actually going back and forth on if Johnson should start him. Same thing with DeAndre Hopkins. I think I was saying either way, you could bench one or both of these players. Maybe play Gabe Davis over one of them because, it was that Miami Buffalo game. Everybody was trying to chase those points. And then Garrett Wilson, possibly. I think I said possibly you could start him as well, But it's a good thing that Johnson left Godwin in because, with like you said, with Mike Evans going out, Chris Godwin saw those target uptake.
I mean, I probably would have subbed out Hopkins here for Gabe Davis.
Yeah.
Ryan Tannehill has not looked good, and I'm gonna go. I think Tony Romo was on the CBS crew, and I don't know if it was a CBS or the footballer guys for fantasy were saying that anytime Tony Romo and crew get a Josh Allen game, they're basically 100% on Gabe Davis balling out that week. So just an interesting stat, but I would definitely still go Gabe Davis and chase touchdowns versus D Hopkins at this point.
Yeah.
Until we see anything else with Ryan Tannehill and his play.
Yeah. All right. So moving on to Michelle's team over here. She started Patrick Mahomes, Justin Jefferson, Brandon Ayuk, Najee Harris, DeAndre Swift, Evan Engram, Mike Thomas, and Quentin Johnston. What did you like from Michelle's team this week?
Big one is Justin Jefferson here. So, and looks like Daniel Jones might throw a pick six here.
Oh, there it is.
Let's
going to the house.
Yeah.
Go.
Guess they really didn't want to give it to my Matt Breida here.
That's okay.
Good job.
That's okay. That just means less work for my Ken Walker and more work for your Zach Charbonnet.
Oh boy. Yeah. Brian Daboll's fallen a long way from Coach of the Year.
Oh gosh.
I don't know if you could really blame it on him. I mean, this O-line, they had their right guard go down or their left tackle. One of their O-line go down, and they had to reshuffle the whole line. So, anyways, with Michelle's team here, Jefferson has a pretty decent game here. He did kind of get the touchdown deodorant because if you take away those 2 touchdowns, he only has 6 receptions for 85 yards.
Yeah.
So not the greatest. I mean, pretty safe floor for him, but if he was like Nico Collins or any of these guys, and it's like add another 7, 8 points, 9 points with a bonus, and now you're looking at an amazing week. So
Yeah.
So not bad. I'm actually afraid going up against Patrick Mahomes and Jefferson because they play each other. I believe next week, and me and Michelle are going up against each other, so that'll be interesting there. That's going to should be a projected high scoring game.
It should be.
And then Ayuk here, really solid. I actually asked Michelle a few weeks ago if she was willing to trade Ayuk, and she shot down that trade offer. So we'll see how Ayuk does. It'll be Deebo Samuel was hurt, so they're probably still nursing his injury. And with CMC scoring, what was that, 4 touchdowns, 5 touchdowns? I mean, it was basically CMC and Brandon Ayuk this week. DeAndre Swift was a pretty decent draft for her. He's been panning out pretty well.
Philadelphia is still riding the hot hand with DeAndre Swift. I mean, the past 2 games, previous 2 games, he had over 100 rushing yards. This game, unfortunately, he didn't, but he did see an uptick in the receiving game, and he also did save his day with that touchdown too. So, I mean, right now, again, like we said before, Philadelphia is going to play the hot hand since they're in the committee. Because I do remember seeing Gainwell in the game quite a bit. But you can't blame Philadelphia for trying to keep DeAndre Swift hot, because when he's hot, he's pretty good. He's scoring you points.
Right.
Let's see. Your boy Drake London here finally caught a touchdown this year in London. What'd you think of that? I thought it was funny that all the analysts were saying London with a touchdown in London.
This entire receiving core for Arthur Smith is just disgusting.
Yeah, no, I mean, it definitely is.
If I had Drake London, I forget if it was Drake London or Kyle Pitts, I think I had last year in one of the leagues. I ended up spike dropping. I mean, after a certain point, it's like, forget these guys, dude. So I mean, I don't know how much you could really trust on a week by week basis to actually start London.
Yeah.
Looking over, I mean, Mike Thomas I'd trust more. JSN I would probably trust more than London at this point. But yeah, she could probably, I'd say that Michelle could still work on depth on the bench here, trading. When I was trying to get a trade deal done with Michelle, I was actually gonna tell her you could probably package Mahomes for someone that might need a quarterback, and then try and get a little bit more depth just to fill out the 2 flex spots here.
Yeah, especially since depth is so important in our league.
Especially with 2 flex. So
yeah. All right. Well, Michelle, I would take a look at that Mahomes advice that Shawn's giving you right there. That's a pretty good advice, because Mahomes is I mean, even if he's not playing as well as you think he should, it's still Patrick Mahomes. It's still the Kansas City Chiefs. They're going to turn it on eventually. Yeah, so that's it for this one. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.